Hello, good day, fellas. First of all, allow me introduce myself. My name is Videlia, and I'm from Political Science Department with student ID number E0412511070. Today, I would like to invite all of you to look at politics from a different perspective. When we hear the word politics, what comes to our minds? Corruption? Campaign promises, power struggles, or perhaps endless debates on social media? Many young people choose to stay away from politics because they believe it is dirty, complicated, and irrelevant to their lives. But let me ask you a question. Can we really like life without politics? The answer is no. Because from the moment we wake up until we go to sleep, our lives are constantly affected by political decisions. The price of fuel we buy, the cost of education we pay, the quality of the roads we use, and the internet access we enjoy, and even the job opportunities we may have in the future are all influenced by public policies and political decisions. Ironically, many young people complain about social problems but are unwilling to understand how those decisions are actually made. We often say that this country needs change. But how can change happen if its young generation choose not to care? Politics is not merely about politicians. Politics is about how society determines the direction of its future. If we are not interested in politics, it does not mean politics will stop affecting us. In fact, the opposite is true. When good people choose to remain silent, decisions will still be made by those who are willing to participate. And those decisions may shape our lives for years to come. As a young people, we live in the age of information. We can spend hours following trends, celebrity gossip, or viral content. But the real question is, have we spent even 5 minutes trying to understand the issues that will shape our nation's future? Being politically aware does not mean joining a political party. It does not mean becoming an activist or running for public office. Being politically aware means having the willingness to understand what is happening around us. It means reading credible news sources, verifying facts before sharing information, thinking critically, and refusing to be easily manipulated by misinformation. In today's digital era, one of the greatest threats is not the lack of information. It is the overwhelming amount of information that is not always true. That is why young people must become critical thinkers, not passive spectators. History has shown us that major changes often begin with young people. Many social movements, political reforms, and democratic struggles were driven by young generation who cared deeply about their countries. They did not wait until they were older to make a difference. They started by learning, discussing, and taking a stand. Today, I'm not asking you to support a particular political party, nor am I asking you to support a specific political figure. What I am asking is something much simpler yet incredibly important. Start caring. Start reading. Start asking questions. Start start thinking critically, because the future of this nation is not determined solely by those in parliament or government office. It is also determined by how willing young people are to understand, participate in, and monitor the democratic process. I would like to end this speech with one powerful statement. If we do not take part in politics, politics will still take part in our lives. Therefore, let us become a generation that is not apathetic, not easily influenced by misinformation, and not merely spectators. Let us become a generation that is critical, aware, and curious enough to engage, because politics is not their business. Politics is our business. Thank you.